The fact that your father is a member of the party does not qualify you automatic to say, I'm a member of the party. You must earn your place.
Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
Memo akwaba de ba PENDREAM TV so make sure so be subscribe to channel no click bell no so say the news too a so nsa betimi aka na ntem no watie. Na insambe na betodwa Honorable Sylvester Tete. Ono na oye kan NPP communications no hom. Na Dr. Richard Ananim enkane no oye 2000 and I think 8 mo the time na Kofoado any Alan Martin pre NPP flag bearership no support Alan Martin power by he say there was why Bawumia supporter no e ba abontin e be ka kire Alan chita afo ni bi se Sam eduru ne so eduru Alan so na omokeka no eno anya no na ye hwe ede ayi panyimum na emom omo compare omo competency nema omaya ma party na eno na omo enhwe na eno na eno na course ka sese omo beye eduru mi so dia e be sa de bia ye be hwe nipa aso ko contest odi sikan ni aka se eduru ni so na ye ka se eduru bi so de ne Bawumia so be ka se eduru ni so esan se ono so na ni papa NPP be share kese north ana odi NPP amanyokuo no dodo na ni mo north na no na Sylvester Tete ebe ka se sansem ni de hwe na Dr. Anane anka esan se omohwe Bawumia ne papa record so NPP mu a enyenyenyenyenyenye kura o kaso okoma ene nka Bawumia enyanduro ni so kura nti se competence na asem no omo kan dia omo nka na ka ba no competence so dia Alan ahead of Bawumia bebra obi abedian adanse o Ghana ha nti Bawumia kura anya obi a o proud of ne papa records NPP mu nti he no omo amefa Bawumia papa records ambeka se ene omo so betimi aka se duru Bawumia so men kasa bebre ye nkone nkotie se de Honorable Sylvester Tete did in sem tuja
Dr. Richard Anani, who is a known Alan supporter from I think 2007, is granted interviews and he now supports Dr. Bawumia and it was splashed on a lot of front pages. Like a senior Alan loyalist is from there. Then yesterday we saw a statement from him. I mean, first of all, debunking that, claiming that a small bit of an interview he granted had been taken and perhaps deliberately been distorted to elicit that reportage. And of course, if you follow the reportage, clearly it was a syndicated a story. But he also didn't go just to the point of correcting whatever he believes was done. But then he appeared to have gone for the jugular, going into history and bringing in the father of Dr. Bawumia and all that. And from yesterday, that has also been a major commentary.
Randy, good morning to our viewers. Good morning to my constituents. And from here, I'll be making a donation to Botiano Polyclinic. So my executives are waiting for me. Good morning to all of them. Randy.
What are you donating?
Medical equipment.
Okay.
Yeah, medical equipment. Randy, I think that the NPP in 1979, 1978, whatever it is, NLM, NPP, Northern People's Party, and here and there, it doesn't matter to today's teeming youth and supporters of the NPP. And the narrative they want to push, it won't help Dr. Bawumia or anybody in the NPP. Randy, if I know of Peter Ajete and his son Larry Ajete, the fact that your father is a member of the party does not qualify you automatic to say, I'm a member of the party. You must earn your place in the party. And what Dr. Anani was saying, I think is an admonishment to the Alan supporters, that he thinks that we are overemphasizing on Alan's Edruniso instead of his competencies, which I share that view in all humility. In terms of competence, in terms of loyalty, in terms of capabilities, if you put Alan Tremantin there, I doubt anybody in this country will look Alan in the face based on his records in terms of academics, in terms of his performance, in terms of his achievements, personal achievements in this country, to say that Alan is not qualified. Nobody, all of them contesting are qualified, but Alan is qualified in his own right. That is enough to market him to the good people of this country. So for Dr. Anani, he was trying to admonish, and then people picked on that to say that Dr. Bawumia can equally claim Edruniso because his father was a member of the Northern People's Party. But I thought he could have gone on to tell the good people, in fact he said it, that at the point when we needed him most, he betrayed the tradition. So that one, they've left that one out. And when we all agreed also in 1979 to support the NPP, what did he do? So the tradition is clear, and I don't want to go into those traditions and why people want to spin some of these things to suit them. There was a place in the same interview when he talked about Sino-Hydro and the role of Dr. Bawumia in the Sino-Hydro in China. That one, they were silent. So, Randy, in the electioneering campaign, if you are not careful, people will be skewing messages to suit their whims and caprices. But I don't want to focus on that, and I urge everybody supporting Alan Tremantin, let's focus. And we've delivered that message clearly, that it is Alan's time. Beyond his time, he's capable, he's competent, he's demonstrated that. Today, the tangibles NPP will take to the 2024 elections are all tangibles delivered by Alan Kojo Tremantin. Nobody can mount an NPP platform and will not talk about one district, one factory. Nobody will mount an NPP platform and will not talk about automobile industry that is booming for the first time in the history of this country. Nobody will mount an NPP platform and they will not talk about African Free Trade Continental Area and the role Alan Tremantin played to have the headquarters here in Ghana. So when we talk of trade, industry is one of the global trade icons found in this country. If you are looking for industrialization and the man that has espoused the vision so well in this country, nobody can bypass Alan Kojo Tremantin. His words are available. So I think from Dr. Anani, he's trying to encourage us to rather focus more on the competencies, deliverables of Alan Tremantin that are so visible for everybody to see. I don't fault him. And for me, one of the things I've said to myself is to denigrate any of the aspirant contesting. I've made that point clear. But we'll continue to market and say that the greatest threat for NPP survival in 2024 is a threat of apathy. Let's vote for a candidate that will cure the apathy. Then we know we are on the verge of breaking the 8. So these issues of machinations will not wash. And Randy, I'm convinced that the NPP delegate knows who they will vote for. It doesn't matter. So these things, we should be measured in how we start these things. It's too early because it's starting tomorrow. And it's on November 4th. We must be guided and be mindful that we sell our candidate. And Alan has so much to talk about. So as of this tradition...
Let me ask you this. For Dr. Anani,
right,
and his position in the NPP of today,
right.
I'm sure that if you want to speak about elders of the party today, 2023, you would mention Dr. Richard Anani. Yes, what was done to his interview and how it was serialized was obviously very deliberate,
of course,
mischievous, and intended to bring his name into disrepute. No doubt about that. But per his standing, shouldn't he have just left it at correcting the falsehood and admonishing everybody else without getting into some of the issues that people consider as perhaps quite dirty?
I think that he should have done that. And Randy, he failed to do that woefully. And we are discussing him because of his stature in this party.
Of course.
For him to say Dr. Bawumia can equally say Edru Niso because of his father. The records of his father to this tradition is things. It's not a record Dr. Bawumia himself should be proud of, or any NPP person should be proud of. It is not a record that, if you want to go into the records, Dr. Bawumia himself will wish that we begin to talk about those records. On 3 occasions, Randy, let me share with our viewers.
No, Sly, I don't want you to.
No, but you see, it is important.
Go there because you said something earlier.
Yes, he said.
Dr. Anani is saying that there are a lot of positives about the attributes, the competence, the performance of Alan that you guys ought to focus on in canvassing votes for him. In that same vein, why won't we just look at Dr. Bawumia, what he means for the party and government, what he has done for the party, and not issues about
Dr. Bawumia,
who his father was, what his father did.
I think that is where he shouldn't go.
Yes.
And Dr. Bawumia's handlers. The reason why I'm going to talk about this is Dr. Bawumia's handlers lashing on that. And I'm just saying that. Yes, Dr. Bawumia's handlers. You see how all newspapers have captured that he can also say Edru Niso because of his father. That is why I want to go in there. The records of his father, Dr. Bawumia himself will not be proud of.
Don't let them.
So they must stop it.
Don't let them.
They should also equally focus on Dr. Bawumia's contributions to this party and say that because of his personal contribution. But if you want to go, that his own father's record, it will remind this party of a bitter experience we had with his father. And that is not what we want to do this morning. So his handlers should be advised that they should equally focus on Dr. Bawumia's own contributions to this party. But if they want to go to say that Edru Niso because of his father, will be compelled to trace back his father's contributions to this tradition, and that will not be healthy.